Hey guys, welcome back. We're back here with another one for y'all. What I just bought a couple of things last night or yesterday. One of them being a thing over here. It is Hallmaster, safe working load of 350 pounds. It is poly rope. It's 3/8 of an inch, and it's 100 feet of it. Again, it holds a max weight of 330 pounds, safe working load. I mean, that's the working load that's safe for that rope. Anything more than that becomes quote unquote unsafe. So with that being said, I'm gonna pop a cough drop in real quick. So I do a lot of scrap metal and stuff like that. So one, this is gonna be good for just holding the magnet and everything as you walk. Kind of swing it over across a few things on the ground, like nails and stuff. So I can use that for this. I can either cut it to length that I want, or I can leave it this long. And then what I'll do is I'll actually take this. This is actually a magnet here. This is a 250 pound pull reverting magnet. So that thing's a 250 pound pull reverting magnet. So if I wanted to, it sort of has a little bit of a pull to the roof, but I got it for several things. One, it has a eye hook that comes with it that you can put in there. Let's cut it open with our DeWalt. Got it from Harbor Freight. This was $19. The poly rope is only, what do you call it? The poly rope is only $8.99 for 100 feet. So this was, oh, there it is. So here's the eye hook that goes in there. So it's got the eye hook there. So it comes in a plastic bag here. So unscrew, or yeah, take this and unscrew it a little bit there. Stick it in the hole, just like that. Put it in as far as it's supposed to go, and then you tighten it down with this nut here. So that's what that's what it looks like. It looks like it was a little cracked somewhere in there. I don't know how that happened from somebody, but there's all the stuff that was in the cup holder right there, without having to dig in there for a single little bolts one by one. Did that with group. Now I can take this handful of nuts and bolts and put it into a container or something. So we're just going to put them in this bag. So with that being said, we have something that we can pick up screws and stuff with a eye hook, and we got some rope to tie in there. We can actually do some magnet fishing, or at least sifting on the ground as it hangs like this. You can just swing it back and forth over top of whatever it is. So again, there's all the stuff in the bag. And I just ripped the bag, so yeah. It's got a 250 pound weight pull. That's what it's supposed to be. So this type of magnet can actually, if you put it too close to your computer or some other stuff, it could possibly fry your computer, which is not good. So real quick, we have a few other things in certain places to go with here. A few things. First off, not put in those others. Got this thing. It says zinc on the front. It's a M47 zinc. So, any curiosity? Yeah. Magnetized. Okay. So that is definitely, that is zinc. It does magnetize and everything. From when I got a bottle cap from Ultra, that is also magnetized. It's supposed to be aluminum bottle caps, but they're not. So we're gonna roll up this window real quick. Get into the back floorboard here. Back floorboard, I actually have a electric motor from a dryer. The electric motor from a dryer. We're going to do a little bit of wire cutting here. Gotta grab our tools. One pair of pliers there. There's the other pair of pliers. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna pull the Beats Pro Beats out of my pocket, because we're going to turn this on the car so we have some air conditioning. what we're gonna try to do here is do a little bit of copper wire dismantling here. This housing has been JB welded. See, this piece right here was screwed on with a looks like a star bit. Can't really get the rest of this off, so we're going to be cutting some wires and pulling some wires off of here. First off, just going to take the regular pliers, don't have my needle nose pliers. They were on my Leverman tool, and I don't know where my Leverman tool is at this moment currently. So that being said, there's one wire right there. There's one wire, so we're gonna unplug some of these others. With that being, my pliers got magnetized by the magnet here. Hey, pliers got magnetized. Let go. So I'm just gonna clip these. I don't have a star-shaped, nor do I. Okay, we got our drill. Nope. We won't stress out too much about that. So we'll just take the snippers here, and we'll just kind of like dig into it a little bit here. There's one wire cut. Here's number 2. Here's number 3. Right there. Now, here's the thing. Alright. So the guys at the scrap yard said you can strip these down. When you strip them and they're clean wires like this right here, and they don't have all this rubber and plastic around it, then it's worth more. But you cannot melt the copper. It's not allowed. It's a no-no. They will not buy it if it's melted copper. You can melt aluminum cans down, but as far as the copper, they won't buy it because some people will strip it off of telephone poles and other things, and they need to know what type of wire. May send somebody out looking for it, saying, hey, you know, did you get any of this type of stuff in recently that sold to y'all? Because somebody went around and cut the copper piping or copper tubing off of air conditioner units or other stuff. Now, with that being said, he did say that we could cut it like this and just leave it clean like it is, and they'll buy it. More per pound than the low grade copper, which is basically this. If it's got the rubber and plastic around it like this is called considered low grade, or grade it's like grade 2 copper or grade 3. So if you want to get more out of this right here, or more out of your vacuum cleaner wire, that your vacuum cleaner doesn't work anymore and you cut that wire off, or your TV, fan, whatever, you strip the plastic and the rubber off down to the wire like this, and you get almost twice as much per pound. There's a lot of people that literally just take the entire refrigerator over there, drop it off. They don't cut the wire off. They just do it by the pound and everything. Now, the rest of this housing is considered steel. So that would be considered basically poundage per pound, metal per pound, which that is around, I'm not sure, it's, to be honest with you, hold on. A second. See, net gross 140 pounds, basically $8.40. $8.40 for 140 pounds. Basically $1.20 per every 20 to 25 pounds. Which is not bad. It's not bad. One, you still get the poundage from the steel, and then if you cut the wires off and you clean the wires, I mean, you still get low grade copper prices, which is 25 cents a pound right now, per pound. Last time I went up there, it was like 16 pounds that I brought to them. It was a few days ago, just for the copper wires. It's about 16 pounds. Got, let's see, got almost $4 in copper wires extra on top of per pound, what it was per pound. That being said, I had like 200 pounds worth of dryer that I dropped off, some bed rails, as well as a cheap expert grill that's like $20 at Walmart type grill, the square ones with the 2 wheels and the 4 legs. One of those. Now, with that being said, again, with the amount of pounds for all the scrap metal, the regular scrap metal, it was about, let's see, $14 altogether is what I got for about 260 pounds. That's minus this piece of steel right here, and minus all the copper wires that I'm trying to cut off of here. I need to get something to put this stuff in. So, as far as I know, this is not magnetic. As you can see, that is not magnetic. That is copper. It's like yeah, that's straight up copper. These other ones are about like the same. Yeah, it's low grade copper. You just have to strip it. Once you strip it down to it looking like this and everything, that's low grade copper right there. But once it's down to this, you get more per pound. Right now you get 25 cents per pound on low grade copper like this. 25 cents per pound right here. Now with that being said, also, say you got, where is it? Aluminum cans. Of course, aluminum does not magnetize. Aluminum right here, this is 44 cents per pound. Doesn't matter if it's clean or not, that right there, it's 44 cents per pound of aluminum. You get almost more per pound for aluminum than you would for scrap metal, regular scrap metal. Now, please keep that in mind when you're out there trying to do scrapping. Sorry about the rattling sound in the background there. What I'm doing is I am getting a bucket or box, whatever, it's copper in. I do not know if this cord works. I don't know if this cord works for iPhone. I need to test it. Otherwise, that'd be a little bit more copper wires like this that will be going into this bucket that I will be stripping down. So I'm gonna start cutting all this off. Yeah. Put this jug closer. I know it's not ideal to cut it in small little pieces like that, but again, they don't care if it's cut into small pieces like that. It's that they don't want it to be melted and burned down. Little teeny tiny pieces. So again, this is definitely not magnetic copper for some weird reason, just like aluminum is non-magnetic metal. That's how you can separate your aluminum and your copper from your steel and other metal. If it does not magnetize and stuff, then one could be somewhat of a headache. Let's cut this plastic. I'd be doing this at home, like on a bench or a table. Unfortunately, I am out here with my car. I am sitting here trying to do this while I am not painstakingly bored, waiting for a roommate to get out of church. So I am cutting plastic off of this so I can get to the wires and strip it down. I know some people will not find this that interesting, but please bear in mind I do a little bit of scrap metal on the side. I do gaming, I do trash outs at an apartment complex. I also clean pools, swimming pool. I pick up trash, I break down furniture on top of that. So with that being said, I am basically a maintenance guy. So right now what I'm doing, just trying to get the plastic off of this so I can get to the copper and cut the copper off. It's not the ideal place to just try to do this. All that while you're sitting in your own car. It just makes everything a little bit better, so I didn't have some of this plastic digging into my leg there. Let's see. I have to bend some of these wires to pull them straight through the hole. So, getting down to the bottom here as I go. We want to be able to cut them to the point where you can actually somewhat straighten these out. If I had my needle nose pliers, I could actually do a lot better than this. But right now, I don't currently have my pliers because for some weird reason they are missing at the moment. I misplaced my pliers. So we are doing a little bit of stripping here. I haven't really stripped down a lot of this before, just going with it. As I go, doing a scrap metal stripping video live stream. So some of these little spots are bigger than others, but we're supposed to be able to straighten it out and kind of pull it through just like that. Supposed to be able to just grab onto it and pull. So yeah, if I had my needle nose pliers, this would be a little bit easier to do. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to pull it out just like that. That right there is basically, that right there is clean copper, is what I'm being told. If it's like this and it's stripped and it does not have plastic or rubber on it, is worth more than this right here. This is low grade copper right here, If it's cleaned and stripped and it's down to this, then it's worth twice as much at the metal scrapyard. At the scrapyard. So, be so much nicer if I had my pliers, my needle nose pliers. Would have been nice. Right now we're just pulling it pretty much out 1 or 2 strands at a time. Dropping a few on the ground. So there we go. We got a few strands out of that one at the same time. One of the bigger holes. So we're stripping that down. We're probably going to do this real quick. We're going to look at our phone real quick, and we're going to do a little short video real quick. I know some people will be like doing their eyebrows backwards, rolling their eyes, but we're cutting the copper out of this dryer motor. This is a dryer motor alternator for your dryer, your electric dryer. So we're cutting all the strands so we can pull them through these little holes on the side. You can see these little tubes right here. We're pulling them through that hole. Hey guys, we're back at it again. We're doing a little bit of scrapping. We are cutting some wires out of this dryer motor capacitor so we can grab onto it and kind of work it through here. I'm gonna try to get it going. We are pulling it out. So there's quite a few strands right there. This is clean copper. If it's like this is worth more than low grade copper. Basically that's higher grade copper if it's cleaned than this. This right here is considered low grade when it is like this right here. This is high grade, so you get when it's cleaned and stripped. If it's like this, then you get low grade prices, which is basically 25 cents per pound. You almost get 50 cents for clean copper like this and everything. So we are stripping this capacitor motor fan. The fan was on this side right here that blows the air out of the, or sucks the stuff, lint and stuff out into the filter, but also blows out the hot air into the tube for the dryer vent to go out. This part right here connects to the belt, which also turns the dryer and tumbles the dryer with the fan belt. So it controls the entire drum that you put your clothes in to dry your dryer. We are pretty much just taking our pliers and ripping the copper out of these little holes here, trying to get them out, which some of them aren't coming, so we're just going to grab on some of these others right here and pull out right there. A couple of them have been dropping into cup holder, so we're gonna strip a few of those right there, those smaller ones. coming apart a little bit there. So I get it from this side instead. So
hey guys, we're back at it again. We're doing a little bit of scrapping.
So we're gonna put a title to this, put it on there so people can watch. We are wire stripping a dryer motor alternator fan down for the copper wires off of it. Let's go. There's our YouTube short video right there. Put that back on the charger, let it download while we finish this with y'all. So grab onto a batch of these, do like a back and forth, get a few wires out so we can grab a little bit of a bunch here. As we grab this bunch, few small pieces are going to break off here and there as you bend them. Get a couple more come out there. Once you get a few of them out, then the rest of the bigger batch should easily just come out too. So there's the bigger bunch right there. So this is high grade copper versus low grade copper wires, which is, like I said, like this. This is considered low grade. They pay you 25 cents per pound. This right here is high grade copper. It's clean. They don't have to do anything with it because you've already processed it yourself, cleaned it off, stripped it. This is what I need to do next time is ask them how much more per pound is it versus the low grade copper. I'm going to strip it one time, strip it down to the bare minimum copper like I'm doing now with this motor. Once I get this out of here, then I can find out exactly how much per pound this is, because the lower grade stuff that has all the rubber and stuff on it, all that is 25 cents a pound. So if we can take this one time as clean as it is, go over there, we can see how much it is per pound. Right now we are just trying to pull all this off of this dryer motor, set it aside, because might as well, you know, if you're gonna get something from the copper and you get something from the steel, might as well separate the copper from the steel and get a few extra dollars or a few extra pennies, whatever they pay you. They pay you extra for bringing in that stuff. I mean, I can have 19 pounds of this type of wires and stuff, and I get like almost $4 or $5 for it. 19 pounds worth of low grade copper. That's 25 cents a pound. I haven't sat down and gone back and calculated how much exactly out of the $6 that they gave me for that batch that I brought in. How much exactly they gave me for that. I need to sit down and calculate it. That way I know how much I'm getting from each thing. I am taking this and I'm putting this into a bucket here. As you can see, there's the copper bucket. And no, I did not pay $4.99 for this. This was actually in a trash out. I did a few months ago, and is basically free. Basically, almost like dumpster diving, just in a apartment that people move out of. So we're doing our wire snipping here. Can't forget to wire snip some of these wires because some of these wires are still connected to other parts, and you can't pull wires that are connected through a hole that only goes through to the other side. So okay, so some of these are actually, I forgot to snip it on this side too, but we're gonna try to grab this big chunk right here. You gotta kind of work with it and jerk it through the other side like that so it breaks apart. Because it's packed in there so tight and everything that you gotta kind of jerk it back out because it gets stuck in there after so long, and then they send it through something like a heater or something like that to kind of melt the plastic somewhat. Once you get it out of there, you can actually get it out in a big nice group like that. Set that aside. Once you set it aside, you can work on some of this other stuff. Work at it. This takes time to do. I know there's some of y'all out there that have done this, probably still are doing this and enjoy doing this. Song by Luke Bryan, Ship It On Down, Down to You and Me, kind of comes to mind when you're doing this. Because technically it's you and me right here with these wires. You and me are just sitting here basically cutting away. These wires is you and me cutting, stripping it down. Back to you and me. Lay our head back to our pretty blue seats. I mean, mine are kind of faded bluish gray. There's some more right there. So we're just over here having a good old time. Technically, if I get this pulled out of here, I can take it from the other side and start just pulling it out once I got some of this pulled out of here. Little bit of wire left to cut here and there. Yeah. Just little spots here and there. Sort of needle nose on this to kind of push it through a little bit. Let's go, Pistol Pete. Yeah, I'm trying to go as much as I can, get what I can, do the hustle, man. You know how it is. Just stripping this out, doing what I can. I mean, if you don't have video games in front of you or some work videos, whatever hustle that you got, I know some people go and do abandoned houses and stuff and walk through and film what it looks like to be there and how bad it is before somebody comes by and tears it down and stuff. But I do trash out videos and scrap metal videos. I will be I'll be one of those ones that is sitting out here. If it's by the dumpster, then it's free game, you know. Unless somebody says, hey, I'm moving out, I'm selling this house, I need all this metal out of my house and everything, then I pretty much will grab whatever's by the dumpster. This is basically a hustle. Right now I can't do my Uber or my Uber Eats because this vehicle is not allowed for Uber Eats. It needs to be a 2010 or newer, which would be nice if it was a 2010 or newer. Then I could just drive Uber, get a few extra dollars, you know, sit back and relax and everything, and you know, just go with it from there. But right now, this is what I used to do when I was younger. I used to pick up soda cans and collect soda cans and stuff. So I'd collect soda cans off the street and everything, and from there I put them in bags and buckets, smash them, reel how much you get from all that. Well, depends on how many pounds. You can get anywhere between 25 cents per pound if it's low grade like this and it has all the rubber and plastic on it. This right here at 19 pounds, that will get you probably about $5 for 19 pounds. I took a washer. I took a dryer over to the junkyard yesterday, along with one set of like a metal bed frame, all the parts to the dryer except for the motor here. From there, I went and took all the wires and I had like 4 pounds of soda cans. So 4 pounds of soda cans came out to be almost $2. And then the rest of the wires and stuff came out to a total of like $6 altogether, with the aluminum cans and everything. This is clean copper that I'm cutting off of here. It's supposed to be twice the amount of the low grade. Low grade is 25 cents per pound. Aluminum cans are 44 cents a pound. They said that if it's clean copper, like I'm cutting off of this right here, it could be almost 50 cents per pound. Basically twice the amount per pound that the low grade copper with all the wire or all the rubber and plastic on it still. Which means I could end up, instead of $5, I could almost get like $10 for the same amount that I would have had for the 19 pounds. Now, with that being said, as well, turn off the car here. With that being said, I had over 240 pounds that I took because of the dryer, a barbecue grill, and the bed rails that I had here. That was 240 pounds. That right there got me about $14 for 240 pounds. Yeah, the $6 from that to the 14 for the 240 pounds of scrap steel metal. That right there was $20, you know. But if you just throw everything over to scrap metal, you would have only gotten $14. But if you get the copper off of there and wires and stuff that are hanging off, you cut those off of all that, yeah, the poundage might come off of the regular scrap steel metal, but all that copper and aluminum will go to aluminum prices instead of steel prices. Steel prices is like 22 to 23 cents per pound. And then you have regular copper prices, low grade copper, which is basically what your phone cord is, with all that rubber and plastic on it. All that is only going to get you about 25 cents per pound, maybe 3 cents to 4 cents more than regular steel prices. Soda cans, again, are 44 cents per pound. Those is basically a soda can. From what I showed you, basically, regular soda can like this is aluminum. That, if you got, 1 pound, that's 44 cents. What I used to get taken up there was probably about 25 pounds of aluminum cans. when I used to just go for aluminum cans when I was younger, that right there landed me a good, off of 25 pounds, landed me, $14-15 when I was younger, and the can prices were only like 27 cents a pound, you know. That was back when I was, I want to say, how old was I? I was probably 11 or 12, 13 at the most. I am 33 now. So about 20 years ago. 20 years ago, that's what it was. About 27 cents a pound at the most. 20 years ago for soda cans. I don't even know how much it was for regular scrap metal and stuff back then. 20 years ago, I wasn't dealing with any other metal than soda cans and aluminum. And then I'd put them in trash bags, and I'd have my dad take me up there, put them all into the trunk of the car and everything. Now I'm still kind of doing it here and there. There's a guy that drinks about 2 cases, 24 packs every 3 or 4 days of Miller Lite, and I grabbed that whole box. He's nice enough to put the whole thing of cans, all the cans, back into the box once he's drank them all. I just go over there, grab the box out the dumpster, take it over to the car, throw it into the bag, smash it a little bit, and then throw it into a garbage bag. Once I'm done with that, I just toss that into the trunk of the car. And then as I go throughout the day, I just go over there and cut wires off of, say, the vacuum cleaners or light fixtures, like the stand-up lights in the corner, Christmas trees, TVs, anything that has a power cord, basically. At that point, I just go over there and cut the cord off, lamps and stuff. That way I can just throw it into a bag or a bucket. From that point I can just go about it and take the copper off, throw it into something. So right now, that's what I've taken off of this. It's not all braided and everything like this. So I've taken it off of this side. Got 4 sides to take off of. It was braided like this right here, all bunched together like that. But I'm sitting here cutting it and stripping it off by pulling it out. Some of the pieces are coming out a little bit smaller, which I'm gonna have to pick up because it's landing on my lap. Got little teeny tiny pieces like that right there. You got that little teeny tiny piece right there that's just falling there. And you got a bunch of dust pieces. But we're gonna turn the car back on because 70 degrees outside. It is getting hot. Alright guys, brush some of this off of my lap here so we can get back at it here. So, lifting this up again here, we're going to take our pliers and we are going to yank it through the hole because somebody's already stuck it in there and it got jammed in there, tightened and everything. Now you gotta yank it out, back out of the hole. Yeah, a couple of them that come out at first. Some of them are falling into the cup holder. Normally you would do this on like a table or a bench, but right now I'm waiting for my roommate to come out of church, so I am doing my second best thing to do other than watch YouTube videos and Netflix. We are doing scrapping, which I'm taking this off of a piece of metal that is literally about 20 pounds in itself, almost, just of steel. So we're getting all this wire out of here. A lot of it has fallen into the cup holder here to my right. Just pulling wires out at this point. Appreciate y'all stopping in here, guys, with me while I do this. Yeah, I wanted to share in the fun and see other people's reaction, what they say, and to have somebody to kind of talk to, because when you're just sitting here by yourself yanking away doing this, there's only a couple of things that you can do, and one of them is listen to music or watch TV shows as you go about it and everything as you do it. But even then, it does kind of get boring. This way, I get to share the experience with y'all, and y'all see something interesting and what you want to do. I mean, this is the old-fashioned way of getting this out. Nowadays, they have hydraulic machine type cutters and stuff like that, and they'll cut it out. Mostly it will cut these sides right here. It'll cut this off, and then it'll cut this side off, all 8 sides. It gets to this part right here, it'll shove this round piece through the middle, and it will spread open the metal piece, and then it'll pull the copper out of the thing with the machine. So at this point, I am doing this by hand and everything. test this other wire that's a fast charger, Apple charger for iPhone, and see if it works. If it works, then that's good. If it does not work, then we will be throwing it into the pile of low-grade wires. Most likely it does not work out very well. I mean, I might have to strip it down to something like this. If I do, then I'll be scrapping it for more. Be more per pound than some of this other stuff. And I am making a mess of my lap and cup holder. This is the old-fashioned way of doing this. You know, something like this kind of makes you wonder whether or not you just make something in the sand, in some sand or something like that, and do like a copper build for suit of armor for something like, say, Master Chief, or for what do you call it, Gears of War, Warhammer 40,000 or 40K armor and stuff like that. I mean, it would be completely made out of either aluminum or out of copper for like your plates and stuff. Aluminum and copper is not that heavy. More so out of aluminum. You can make it as thin or as thick as you want to. At that point, oh, hold on a second. I've got a big chunk here I'm pulling out. Right there. Aluminum, you can make it as thin or as thick as you want to, and let's just say that by that time you might be able to make something that is slightly cooler than, say, foam, or out of like expanding foam, or cardboard, regular foam, stuff like that, or out of plastic. Say the printing plastic, what do you call it, 3D printers, similar to the 3D printers. You know, if you had something that was like this, it'd be like the coolest thing ever. Similar to the coolest thing ever, almost. Sorry guys, losing a couple of pieces of stuff here and there. We got like 1 3/4 done of this piece. Yeah, every time I do this motion and rip it, whatever's not cut breaks. if it's cut, it kind of just yanks and slides through like that, and it pulls out. But if it's still connected on this other side, and it hasn't been cut on this other side here, if I don't cut this side and this side will sit there, and then I'll just rip off little flakes here and there. That's what's kind of sitting here on my lap, on my leg. Yeah, a little bit here. Right there. Throwing that in there. Into the jug. Got about a half a pound or so. Hope everybody's having a good day today on this Sunday. There is a loose dog with a collar on, running by itself here at the church. Behind the church. Running towards the front of the building. And it disappeared around the front of the building. We're gonna roll down our window here and turn off the car. Get a little bit of airflow going through here, but we don't want to waste all our gas just sitting here. Plus, I don't want to get all hot and everything. Church is still going. We can hear the music from it out here inside there. So we got all the wires and stuff that we've yanked off of here so far. I know this is not very interesting to some people, but I tried to do the best I can to put out content, or interesting content, cool content. Sometimes it could be boring to some people, like this right here doing this. Some people might not understand, the process. They're like, oh, they're just messing with wires and stripping stuff or cleaning out a pool. To some people, it's not what they like, but I do it anyway because there's other people that are out there that do like this type of stuff. So I try to share with them, my interests. You might get the same people out there with the same type of interest that you have doing this. Some people might take it this far or might do it differently than I'm doing it now. Other people might not do it at all that much as I do. And they just rather, like I said, just grab it, throw it in the truck, and then take it over there with wires and all hanging off of it, toss it off the truck, and that's it. You're just getting by the poundage. You're not cutting the wires off and getting the extra few dollars from it. For somebody that's like me that works as hard as I do, this is just a little extra bonus, and it's much appreciated sometimes. You might get into a conversation of, hey, wonder if I melted this down and made it into like some sort of armor or something like that. Be that one guy that shows up with a full suit of armor with it all being made out of aluminum or out of copper. It'd be kind of cool having a copper look to your cosplay outfit. And then when somebody comes over, all they hear is that sound, or it's like a hollowed sound. Oh, I keep forgetting. You gotta cut these last few wires on this side. Yep. A few little pieces that break off when you cut. Sorry. Keep taking a little small break, something to drink. Using these pliers and doing this motion is slightly tiresome. Wish I had my needle nose pliers or my Leatherman tool here with me. A few at a time. It just comes out a few at a time. Some of these holes are small. They wrap it around real tight and everything. And then they put in that plastic in there to hold it. Shrinking plastic. When you apply heat, it shrinks. Let's see what time it is. You got about 40 minutes until they're done inside the church. Probably be done with this in the next 40 minutes or so.
Hey guys, we're back at it again. We're doing a little.
I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, guys, and chilling. We are about halfway through pulling this off. This is all the copper coming off this. There's another group right there. could have swore there was not that many people out front of the church. Probably found out that the pastor wasn't going to be here, and it was going to be the assistant pastor or one of the other people, and started getting in their car and leaving. Hope everybody's having a good day today. A few more pulling out here. Got little pieces that get cut off here and there. Just falling on top of my lap. Little pieces here and there getting cut off. So, that being said, we're gonna try to yank it from this side here. now that we got it somewhat out of there, sort of cut through the middle, all these wires right here. Open it up, spread it open. Quite a few wires here. Cut the copper wire. Which one? There's so many. I can't defuse the bomb. Which one do I cut first? Sorry guys, I know some of y'all are bored by this, but to me this is somewhat satisfying. Sorry about that, spitting out the wrong word. It is very satisfying to do this and see the hard work kind of come out and show itself. Once I get all this done, I can do a little bit more here and there on my free time. And as I fill up a 5-gallon bucket worth of this copper, and then can literally reap the benefit, which is several dollars worth of doing it. Throw this right back in the back seat. Here in the back seat. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. We're just cleaning up a little bit of this splash over here on the passenger seat. Got little pieces that are flying way over. Got some that are here in the in the cup holders. Got that much wire right now off of this. So between this cup and that cup, probably doesn't drink all their drink. Sorry guys, stopping and I'm combining my 2 cups here in the passenger seat. So got that much done. Got about 3/4 of this thing. ripped off. A few more strands coming through here. More copper coming out there. This one just kind of exploded in my hands. This was a decent group that I just pulled out. And that was a decent group that I pulled out of there. Coming out on this side. So we got this big group right here. I'm going to take my hands like that and pull it out, and there we are. Big chunk of copper right there. So we're going to pick this up, put this in the passenger seat for the moment. I'm going to grab all these little pieces here and there. Stick that in there. All the copper off my lap here. So we're gonna move some stuff here. Grabbing our wires out the cup holder. These wires kind of been getting yanked out of their hole, falling into the cup holders, and since they're not magnetic, I gotta pull them out by my hand. So there's a whole bunch more right there. A few smaller strands that are in here. pull these little B pieces out the cup holder, and then we'll get started back on some more of this dryer motor. So here's the dryer motor. As you can see, we cut that side off, cut that side off. We're doing this side, and then we have that side right there that we have to do left. And there's still some loose pieces that are falling off, including little pieces of plastic. So I'm going to throw that in the floorboard. So I'm going to grab as much as we can here. Take this, kind of jerk it like this. And it's going to pull a few of them out. Take those, put them in the bucket. Somewhat grab some if we can, if they're loose. And grab as much as we can again. Kind of pop it out. Some of these are that long, they're about 4 or 5 inches long. You know, you just gotta grab onto it, pop it, yank it, twirl and twist. Some of these that just pull out there. There sure is a lot of people coming out. It's barely 4:20, 4:30. I can almost and some people are speeding through here. So there's the bucket. It's almost full. Now I can just pull them out here. And pull all the ones that are in that same hole out now. So there's another handful right there. So how's everybody doing today? person was supposed to be out here already. Okay. Well, here in about an hour or so, I'm going to be on some Call of Duty back at the house. So, be on some other gameplay and other live streaming instead of this. We're going to be on some Call of Duty Live. A couple of them are falling into the floorboard in the passenger seat. We're making some progress. We're almost done with this side. We just had that side right there. There's the rest of it. So we're almost there. Getting all this copper out of the dryer motor. Hope you all are having a good day today. If you like the content so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, leave me a comment in the comment section on the left side here down below. Let me know who's up in here, who is enjoying their time with us today on this somewhat mild summer, or this mild winter at 70 degrees. It is slightly warm enough to make you sweat. I got a chunk of them got stuck in there. Oh, okay. We gotta cut this side over here on this left side. Cut a few more on this right side as well. There we go. And then over here on this right side, or this left side. Okay. So that's cut. This is cut. This is the old-fashioned way of stripping dryer motors and washers. We take a pair of pliers, wire cutters, cut the wires, and then yank it on through the pliers. When we get down to what we can grab with our fingers, we do that. Like here's where we can grab onto it with our hands, but these are squished together in two separate holes. So we're gonna take a few over here on that side, take a few on this side. Take our pliers, stick it through the middle, kind of run it up. Comes out one strand there, and then a bunch of strands here. A couple more got bent because they were still stuck to the other side. Got some more right there. Pull this through the hole. Let's see. Can't get this through here without using the pliers. Yeah, there we go. They're all bunched together, squeezed. That's how tightly they're compacted into the thing and woven into the motor. So we're going to take that, put it into our jar over here. So we've stripped these other three sides. We're trying to get to this third side here. Grab onto it, kind of yank it backwards here. When is she gonna come out? Damn. So, yeah, this side is gonna be a little bit more challenging because of this plastic piece right there. This side we are going to cut off a piece right there. This is the raw, uncut, unedited version of wire stripping. Thanks for y'all coming along with the ride, guys. And we're going to stop it right here for now. We're going to leave that last side for another time. We're going to put this back in the back seat in the floorboard and clean up our lap and situation here. Until then, we'll see y'all on the next one.